Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Love Langella, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing 3 different ways you could style your entry table for the spring season. You will see some items that I used in last year's video or the year before, but as always I make sure that I do them in a different way to give you guys even more ideas and inspiration than I have in years past. I have my little lady on her playmat here. She is my helper now. So you'll hear some little baby coos in the background and such, but I hope you guys enjoy and let's get right into it. For florals, I'm going to be using these really pretty ones that I had gotten from Cotton and Crete. I had, afterwards, a couple weeks later, found them from a couple of other retailers. So many of you guys were able to get your hands on them as well, so I knew I had to use these in something, so that way if you guys have the stems as well, you can get some ideas for them. But this is the lighter blush pink color. There's also a brighter pink if you like more of a pop of color, but I'm going in a more subtle direction. I'll probably use the brighter ones for summertime, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. But I just think that these are so pretty. And just a quick tip, if you have some larger stems that have quite a substantial branch on them, use some electrical tape to bend them up if you're not willing to cut them to a shorter length. These ones are sticking out a little bit more. I don't like that the ends are sticking out like this, so really I would trim them, but I don't feel like finding the wire cutters right now. But if you are looking to just keep it so that way, no matter what size vessel you have, use some electrical tape to tie your stems up.
I absolutely love the statement that these stems make, and especially love the greenery. I feel like it gives it that much more of a spring feel versus winter, and you can make a statement with just 3 stems, which is great because they are a little bit of an investment. You don't need to get so many of them to still have a very full arrangement.
I love to use coffee table books for any table styling. That way you can add some height, but also a pop of color too. And to this, I'm going to add this beautiful stone bowl that I had gotten from Oldies recently. And then something I purchased from Oldies last year was one of these floral stamps. This is a fun way of having some organic texture. It also is seasonal because of the floral pattern, but just a very unique, fun decor piece.
And to add some height on the other side, I have this iron candle holder that I'm adding this green candle to from Hobby Lobby. And here is a finished look at our first styling.
For our next styling, I'm going to use this beautiful large wood round vase. This was from my friend Kate's Etsy shop, Gray on Elm. I don't know if she has any more of these. If she does, I will link it below. But I absolutely love this. It is such a statement. And we're going to center this one. And for florals, I'm going to be using this mix of different colored lilac stems.
So since I am styling 3 different colored stems within this arrangement, I am trying to keep it organic looking, but I still want it to be balanced. So I am taking each stem of the same color and kind of putting it in a triangle pattern, so that way I don't have 2 of them exactly next to each other, because a lot of these do have 2 heads of the flower on it, but I want to give it a nice balanced look. Next, I'm adding these faux book boxes. These are a great way of adding height the same way as a coffee table book, but give you the storage capacity for hiding your remotes, keys, coasters, and then I'm adding this brass rocking horse on top.
And lastly, I'm going to add this brass floral candle holder, as well as this simple one to pair with it.
And here is a finished look at our second styling today.
And for the last styling today, I'm going to use my large Antonia vase and put it asymmetrical, since it's just so incredibly large. For my arrangement, I'm going to use a combination of 2 different stems from Hobby Lobby. One are these longer hydrangea ones, and the other are these leaf and twig.
For this arrangement, I like to include both of these stems because the hydrangea ones are taller and have a whimsical look to it. I do like how they have different heights for each of the blooms, so it gives it a more realistic look. But I like that the twig and leaf ones give fullness and add a different texture into the mix that you otherwise would not have with just the hydrangea ones. But I am using just 3 of the hydrangea stems and 3 of the twig and leaf ones, taking each of the stems and just bending around the little pieces to give a more realistic look. And on the side, I'm adding these linen book boxes to keep it neutral, but also add some texture in the mix. And then since it's the spring season, I'm adding this brown bunny that I had gotten from Hobby Lobby and painted it to give it a different finish. But you could easily swap it out for a cast iron horse, for example, if you're not looking to have a more Easter-centric type of styling. But for now, I'm going to leave out the bunny.
And the last touch to this styling is this beautiful grayish stone bowl. This is another item from my friend Kate's Etsy shop, Gray on Elm. She has some darker ones in the shop right now, sold out of these ones, but I will link the ones that she does have. They are so incredibly beautiful, and I'm going to be putting this ribbed candle in it.
And here is a finished look at our last styling today.
So that is going to wrap up today's video, friends. I sure hope you enjoyed and got some decorating ideas and inspiration. And be sure to leave me a comment down below which one of the 3 is your favorite. I love them all for different reasons, but I would love to hear your thoughts on it. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me here today, and I will see you in my next video, friends. Bye!